Welcome back, folks. I got another opening for you here today. And as most of you know, this channel is mostly dedicated to One Piece, being these figures and the card game. But I've also opened once in a while some XG merchandise, because if you've listened to any of my videos, the background music is almost always XG, and once in a while another song filters in from Rose here, who is a member of Blackpink. But mostly the music is XG. So I've got a couple of things here. I'm going to open this pack of cards. I'm going to open the pack from deck of Rose as well, and I'm going to open this, whatever they call it, First Press Limited Edition NEWDNA. So this is their previous album, not their current album. I've actually opened the gift set from that one as well a few months ago. You can go check that out if you want. It had some cool gifts in there. I kind of tried to read this at the store, but at the same time I don't know exactly what comes in here, so that'll be kind of cool to see. I believe I've already, let's see, let's get these going real. I'm just going to shuffle through these cards really fast and not kind of stop on every single one or anything, but just give you an idea what's in the set. I bought the CD from Barnes & Noble because it does cost a lot more to order it from Japan and have it shipped all the way from Japan. So it's a little bit cheaper, even though it's still pretty expensive. Just fun fact, the only CDs I've actually purchased in hard copy in, gosh, I would honestly say probably like 10 years have been the two XG CDs. And I also bought, not necessarily a hard copy, but I actually bought Rosie by Rose. Her, I bought that album streaming. So everything else I just kind of go to YouTube Music or even Spotify still once in a while. I know most people that I know use Spotify. I switched from Spotify, not maybe 3 years ago or so, because at the time I had just bought some really nice noise canceling Sony headphones, I mean really nice ones. They retail for like $400, and because I work for a camera store, I can get Sony products at a discount. It's not that much, it's like 25% off, maybe 30 or so. But so I bought these really nice headphones, and at the time it really exposed how low the sound quality was for Spotify. Playing it at home in my Bluetooth speakers, playing it in my car, I didn't notice, but these really high-end headphones kind of exposed it. So I started looking into other audio streamers that maybe had better quality, and this is 3-year-old information, so don't hold me to it now. Maybe Spotify is better, but at the time, without paying to go to HD audio, YouTube Music had better sound quality, and it proved to be true. I switched over to YouTube and really have been happy. I haven't looked back since. I still go to Spotify once in a great while because sometimes things will be exclusive. Oh, there's a picture of her on Hot Ones. That's a really cool episode. If you haven't seen it, go check out Rosie on Hot Ones. It was really fun, funny and charming. She's a great personality. But yeah, like I was saying, I switched to YouTube Music because the higher quality, and it's good without having to pay for HD audio, which generally speaking, at least at the time, you're paying $10 more per month to get actual HD audio. And if you're really curious, do some more modern research. But at the time, Tidal and Amazon HD were kind of the highest audio quality, but unfortunately, I didn't want to pay $10-15 more a month, and YouTube really did the trick. Their audio quality is pretty good. That's odd. The one thing that I did notice about YouTube is they don't quite normalize all their songs as well as Spotify did. So especially with an older track, you might play it and all of a sudden a track will get loud out of nowhere. So you can see this does commemorate her actual album named Rosie. So that was kind of cool. Glad I bought those. Those are nice to have a little picture memento of, honestly, the two best albums of the year for me. I always say Rosie is the best album of the year for me of 2024, and because XG doesn't really consider their CD release to be an album, they call it a mini album. So I think that's the best release overall, but you only get like 5 songs. But this album has like literally 6 songs that made my playlist. Love it, love it, love it. So let's get on to the CD here and see what's in here. Like I said, it's going to be a total surprise to me. I have pretty bad eyes, so if I was to sit there in the store and try and really figure out what's in here, I would have had to take a picture of the label with my phone and then really zoom in, which I didn't do because I just know that I don't want to just stream stuff for these particular artists because they are far and away my favorite at the moment, and so I'd like to support them and buy their merchandise as well. So I just decided to buy this even without really looking, knowing that it's going to be kind of a collector's piece for me as well. So just getting the packaging off here. And I didn't even look to see other videos of people opening, so I literally have no idea what to expect, other than, of course, I know the CD's in here. Let's see, it looks like it's sealed. Let's see. Strip tape here. I think if I just undid that one side, it should slide out now. I don't have a lot of room here, so some of this might be done, off camera, unfortunately. But I'll try my best to show you everything that comes in here. Oh, the whole thing is very mirrored, if you can see that. You probably can see my ceiling in the mirror now. It was just in this hard case, which is kind of nice, actually. I found that the special edition, started to warp because it's a little damp in my room here. I think I can grab it real quick. No, I guess I moved it. Yeah, sorry. I think I moved it to another room. But the outer edge was cardboard, so it did start to warp. This is a little more rugged. So let's see what we have here. Just dump that all out. And the CD is in the bottom. So I do stream this. I have a playlist on YouTube, but this is probably just commemorative. I doubt I'll play the CD, or maybe I'll rip it just to make sure I have the highest quality versions. But sadly, as far as I know, they never released a hard copy of Winter Without You, because it didn't make it on either of the albums. It's kind of an in-between. So that being pretty much my favorite song of theirs, it's kind of a bummer that I don't have or can't get a hard copy of it, but it is what it is. Hopefully, who knows, maybe at the 2-year anniversary they'll release a CD of it. That'd be nice. Let's see, this looks to be like a little lyric sheet. Yeah, track 2, XG, track 3, Girl Gang, track 4, TGIF, track 5, New Dance, track 6, Puppet Show, track 1, Hesondo. But that's the other thing, because if you just buy their 2 main CDs or mini CDs, you also don't have a hard copy of Why is it blanking right now? Not New Dance. They have two songs that always remind me of each other, and now it's, why is it slipping my mind? I literally listen to it like pretty much every day. You guys probably, if you're XG fans, you probably know what I'm talking about. New Dance. Oh, Left Right. Yeah, so Left Right isn't on either of their main CDs. That'd be nice to, maybe they can do a Winter Without You and then put Left Right on a B-side. It's a little postcard with the band. Okay, actually I got some tickets here, and I always have to be careful because I still have to claim them. So I'm going to cover up anything that can be scanned because I haven't done it yet. So you got two little tickets here, live stream ticket and whatever this thing is. So that came with it. I'll find out what those are later. It came with this. I'm not sure what's in here actually. It's like maybe it's a sleeve if you decide to carry the CD outside of the big box, of course. But no, I don't know. Oh, it's a temporary tattoo. Okay, so I'll just hang on to that. It's a pretty big temporary tattoo. It's literally this, you can tell this postcard is the size of a whole CD case. That's why I thought maybe it was a sleeve for the CD, since you might not want to take the whole box with you, obviously, if it's in your car or something like that. But no, it's a temporary tattoo. Apply with water, looks like. And is there anything? And it looks like a booklet. This is going to be, again, there's a little XG symbol, silver sticker, and a pretty sizable, oops, some cards fell out too. So it looks like, oh, another sticker, cool, and one card. So I'm guessing you just get a random card there. So that's the one that fell out. And I don't think it was in the booklet, but so this is going to be pretty difficult to show, but I'm going to try and flip some pages without, oops, it's upside down. Flip some pages without hitting the camera and bumping into all my figures back there. I'm sure these are all available somewhere else if you wanted to Google. Sorry about that. Somehow my phone cut into Gemini, kicked in, and I lost my video there for a second. So I don't know where I left off, to be honest. But I think one of the last things I was showing is there's this clear acrylic sheet in between these two pages. Protect that image there, because it's a full-size image, I guess. So, I don't know if you can see there's another protective acrylic sheet. Cool shot. Yeah, you can see if I turn the pages like normal, it actually literally bumps into the camera. That's a cool shot with the protector again. Oops. Cool band. I'm sure if you're big fans, you've probably seen all these photos. They're probably out there on the internet. That's somewhere, but for me, it's just kind of a collector's item. Well, that's pretty much it. I think that was the last thing out of the box. I hope you enjoyed seeing what came in this special edition of NEWDNA. Like I said, if you wanted to see what came in the equivalent box from All, I opened that as well a couple months ago. You can go back and check that out. Anyway, thanks for watching. You probably know already, but literally today, the music video for In the Rain just came out. I already watched it. It's fantastic. I really like the way they do things. I guess I'll just leave my 2 cents here on this video as well. But I just kept thinking, like, you know, obviously if you know the song In the Rain, it's kind of a breakup song. It's kind of like, you know, almost saying goodbye probably to an ex-lover. And I just kept thinking 99% of all girl bands would have basically done a video where they're saying F you to their ex, and they're basically, I can envision it like they're groping on like the hot new guy kind of thing vibe, you know, like I'm moving on, I got something better anyway kind of thing. And it's just super refreshing. XG does the things the way they do, which there wasn't relationship related at all. The video was just very artistic and extremely well done. And it's all about, XG seems to be more about the band and their fans, the alphas, and I love that. You know, they're not trying to fit into any other band's niche or do things the way other people would. And yeah, like I said, I just was cringing thinking like what most bands would do with that video, like I said, being a breakup song. And if you know XG and watch their videos, you know it's literally all about them, their music and their fans, and I love that. I like they don't shoehorn like other things, relationship type themes into their videos. That's just my 2 cents. Of course, great dancing as always. A month ago they released Is This Love, the music video, which was probably one of the best choreographed videos. In fact, except that's really hard to say because they're all so good. They literally, almost every one of their videos has 2 or 3 moves that are just fantastic. But anyway, go watch that. Hope you enjoy their music. If you haven't been turned on to it, pay attention next time you watch my videos. Listen to the background music a little bit. It's just kind of accessible to everybody. It's not like a niche genre. I can't imagine most people not just kind of enjoying their music. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.